Again, with the bombshells dropped today in New York's case against R. Kelly.
I mean, I always suspected it, but there was no proof that R. Kelly was not only turning out little girls in the industry, but little boys too. But what's up with y'all, Moxy Mob? Welcome back to Moxy Approved. What's up with y'all, Moxy Mob? Yo, we still booming over here. Continue to help your boy out by hitting that like button and watching this all the way through to help me out with the algorithm. Also, make sure your notification bells turn on to all. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that left button to subscribe. But what we talking about? What we talking about?
New federal documents from NYC for the first time accuse R. Kelly of molding young boys.
Federal prosecutors over this past 24 hours dropped the bombshell on the R. Kelly case.
For the first time, we're hearing of a John Doe, a young boy R. Kelly is accused of abusing, and a Cook County official bribed.
There's a John Doe and a John Doe number 2 that's coming out saying that R. Kelly was giving them money and he offered industry advancement in exchange for sexual favors.
In 2006, court papers show Kelly met a John Doe number 1, then asked the boy what he was willing to do to succeed in the music business, and clarified he wanted John Doe number 1 to engage in sexual contact with Kelly.
Now, this is a tactic that's known in the industry. Me being in Hollywood for so many years, I've definitely seen it. I know people that have taken that bait.
Years later, Kelly started a sexual relationship with John Doe number 2. At times, even paid John Doe number 2 after sexual encounters with him.
Now, staying in Hollywood for all the years that I've stayed in, there's one misnomer in the LGBT community that they don't talk about a lot. Now, they say, you know, people are born that way. I must admit, I have a gentleman in my family. When he was born, he was definitely feminine. He grew up, and he's bisexual. Nobody in our family did anything to him to try to turn him any kind of way. Let him go. That's how it is. That's how he was. He's still a family member of mine. But then there's a other group of people that people don't want to talk about that aren't born that way, that get mentally manipulated into doing stuff that they don't want to do. And it happens in situations like this, when someone like R. Kelly offers somebody a lifetime goal in exchange for being something or becoming something that you're not. So I've seen young men in the industry take these baits, and that's not naturally them. And then after that, they end up getting on drugs, stuff like that. They end up becoming shameful. And I'm willing to bet everything I own that there's more men out there that R. Kelly did this to. But when a man is not comfortable with himself or born like this and is manipulated into doing stuff that they don't want to do, they can become very, very shameful. I've seen it in the industry. That's why you hear stories of young actors killing themselves, committing suicide. And you're like, wow, this guy just got a new TV show. Why did he kill himself? And there's one good problem that R. Kelly had. There's one good problem that he had.
Complaint says they found screen recordings of young males engaging in sex acts.
He was so much stuck in his lust that he had to record it and watch it after the events took place. And that's what got him.
Prosecutors say Kelly's cell phone had a video on the device. Also indicates the file was created on the device in May 26, 2019.
If he did not record this stuff, I don't think that R. Kelly would be locked up right now.
One video is approximately 10 minutes long.
I even watched Surviving R. Kelly like a lot of y'all had.
It was just a quick little ceremony.
I could not get through all those episodes because I got sick to my stomach. Because what I saw on there was a lot of people enabling this guy. People that was working with him saw him manipulating young women and didn't really do anything about it. So to me, when I watched that documentary, it was full of a lot of adults that were watching a man being carried away by his lust and watching little girls being manipulated, and they didn't really do nothing. They put on their best outfits, their best makeup, 10 years later, 15 years later to tell the stories and get clout from it. It's a sad situation to me. But ain't no sympathy over here for R. Kelly. His legacy is destroyed. Walking around, you hear R. Kelly music here and there. I pretty much stopped playing it myself a couple years back, but I definitely don't understand someone playing his music now. I'm not really into that cancel culture. I probably would look at you a certain type of way playing the man music. It was written off the energy of a man that was manipulating young girls and young boys. And the crazy thing about R. Kelly is With all the power and money he had, he could have got any man or woman that he wanted, but he chose to get young boys and young girls.
The complaint says the boys met Kelly when they were both 17.
The Bible said, a man shall perish from his own lusts. I wouldn't put it past Spotify and Apple iTunes to take all his music down within the next year. Probably gonna make it more popular if they do that, but I can see them doing that. He told y'all what he was in the first place. Y'all remember what he said? He called himself the Pied Piper. And y'all know the story of the Pied Piper with the flute, played the flute, and led all the kids out the town to follow him. Watch your kids, man. This is definitely a predator of the black community that won't ever probably see the light of day again. He had his way in the corrupt Chicago system. If y'all don't know, the Chicago system is one of the most corrupt systems in America, if not the most corrupt. It's been like that since the days of the mafia.
The federal papers say in 2019, Kelly's crisis manager told Kelly that he had two people who know a lot and told Kelly to figure out what you can do for them, suggesting the people were open to bribes.
He had his way in the Chicago corrupt system, but the feds got the case now.
He paid a clerk in Cook County $2,500 in order to obtain information about Kelly's legal trouble.
And everybody's watching this case, so I highly doubt he get the favors that he did while he was in Chicago.
The feds are laying it all out in these 52 pages.
The feds say there's a recording of the entire conversation.
And there's no sympathy. This man did this to himself. And if you watching this and you have similar problems to this, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, go out there and get some mental help and talk to somebody, all right? It's better to deal with it like that before it becomes a problem and you lose everything like this guy did. He's done. Well, anyways, y'all know how we like to end our videos over here on Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved. He did tell y'all he was the Pied Piper. We just didn't listen to him.